watching the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, make your Goomba face. So what did you think of this movie?
A lot of people gave it really bad reviews, but it was one of the first video game movies that ever came out, so it was really good for a first video game movie, and it is entertaining, and that's what movies are really supposed to do, entertain you.
Now, as a Mario fan, did you feel that it delivered?
Yes, but something about it bothered me. There was something about it that just didn't seem very Mario-like. For Goombas, I could see why, because like they made their bodies huge and their heads like a Strax head from Doctor Who. So I didn't really get that part, but also they kind of bothered me because Goombas are supposed to be those little brown edible mushrooms that you eat all the time. And the Goombas weren't those mushrooms, they were turtles like the Koopas were. And by the way, the Koopas were the same as the Goombas, just they had a more dinosaur-looking head.
Did you like the idea that it was like dinosaurs?
I guess because recently Super Mario World had just came out, which was like a dinosaur-themed thing. Bob Hoskins as Mario, and John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Did Bob Hoskins do a good job with a Brooklyn accent?
Yeah, because he's British, so. You wouldn't really recognize those guys as Mario and Luigi if you just saw them walking around. They don't look like Mario and Luigi. They did a really good job acting like the characters. Dennis Hopper was Koopa. I almost said Trump was Koopa. Looked like Trump.
Yeah, he looked like Trump. What made you think that?
I guess because, I don't know, the hair looked like Trump, even though Trump's hair doesn't have that haircut, it still just kind of reminded me of Trump. I guess the face.
Do you think that Trump got some of his tactics from King Koopa?
I don't think he ever watched that movie, so yeah. But like, do you think like King Koopa in like general, or just from the movie?
Oh, that's a good question for the interviewer. Well, I don't know. You'd probably have to ask Trump.
I'm not seeing Trump anytime soon.
No.
Because random kids don't go up and visit old presidents.
What did you think of Toad?
Okay, Toad for the mushroom head. They couldn't do much for a mushroom head, but they had like a weird haircut for him where it went in a spin like a honey bun or something, like those cheap school lunch breakfasts. Yeah, he was like on the street and he was playing guitar and he was like singing about like this terrible Koopa, and then later on in the movie he got turned into this Goomba with a harmonica around his neck.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part, I guess my favorite part but the part that made me laugh a lot that I liked was the part where Mario and Luigi were standing behind the Goombas and Koopas and like swaying them from side to side, and they were like dancing and they were like singing, and that was really funny.
Well, you don't have Blade Runner as a reference because you haven't seen Blade Runner, but it was, some of the visuals were done by the same guy. Did you like sort of a less cheery take on the Mario universe, where it was a little bit more dystopian and dark? Did you like that?
Not really, actually. I liked it more when it was cheery, like the new Super Mario Brothers movie. There were a lot of Easter eggs in the film, and you noticed in Bowser's, I guess, castle area, or Koopa's area, there were these blue blocks that were the blocks designed for the fortress in Super Mario 3.
When I get the princess.
Yeah. The blocks. I like how there's the Super Mario 3 fortress blocks. There's also this like club called the Swamp Club, which it never actually showed a swamp. There was also this thing in the movie called the Boom Boom Bar. It was like this place where people go to drink. There was also Big Bertha, the fish from Super Mario 3, and she had these big spring shoes on, and she was bouncing over the platforms in the city.
What did you think of the little brief romance she had with Bob Hoskins' character?
I didn't like that.
No? Really?
No, I didn't like that.
No.
That was kind of annoying.
Why was it annoying?
I don't know, I just don't like romance in movies. Another Easter egg is almost at the end of the movie. I can't remember if it was Mario or Luigi, but they had like a little bullet bill and they put it in like a little cannon.
So all those little Easter eggs kind of made it worth it?
Yeah.
Here's a quote by Dennis Hopper. He said, while he was still alive, that the biggest regret of his career was doing the Super Mario Brothers movie and playing Koopa in that. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't think he should have regretted that. That seems like a cool role that I'm surprised that someone would regret doing that.
Yeah. Would you recommend other people to see it? If somebody was like your age and they liked Super Mario Brothers, would you recommend them seeing this?
Not really that kid-like, though. I mean, the new Super Mario Brothers movie, tons of kids went to see it, but this one, it's not really a kid-like thing. They made it more for grown-ups. So I think it wasn't a very kid-like movie, but for grown-ups, I definitely recommend it. It wasn't that bad, to be honest.
So kids shouldn't go see this movie, but grown-ups are going to get a lot of pleasure out of all the Easter eggs.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess a kid could see it, but their parents would make them cover their eyes at the love scenes, so. And as a fan of Super Mario, I don't know, for me, I guess anything themed Super Mario is just good to me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, or if you're into coding, go on to Scratch Coding and check out my channel, Swamp Productions. I've got some pretty cool games on there. It's so dumb.